Hey guys, going to be looking at a crazy bit of Paul Gilbert cross-picking today with Take Cover. So I'm in standard tuning for this, and this riff starts off with a little kind of pedal note idea where I'm going to be sliding 10 to 12 on the B string. I'm using the middle finger here, but I've got the high E string in there as well. It's like a little pedal note. So it's a little kind of cool droning kind of sound. So I'm sliding 10 to 12 on the B string. Yeah, then I'm going up to the 14th fret. Then I'm going to slide 5 to 7 in the B string again with that open E string at the top. Then I'm going to slide up and hit the 12th fret there. So it's like a position shift slide there. Yeah, up to the 12th fret B string. Then I'm going to play 5, 4 and 2, 0 on that B string with open E string at the top. I'm going to do that again. 10 to 12 up here, 14. This is where it changes a little bit. I'm now going to slide 7 to 9 in the B string. Then I go up to 12th fret again with the high E string. And then end it with a slide 5 to 7 on that B string. To get that there. So that whole thing kind of sounds like this. May get into the main meat of what's going on here. So this is one of these riffs. Paul Gilbert was playing it a particular way back in the day, and he's been mentioned. You probably saw a recent Anderson's interview when he's talked about this, and I've seen him talk about it at other places. When they're playing live, it's a little bit faster, and he's getting on a bit, as we all are. So that kind of cross-picking riff that he initially did, he's kind of modified a little bit. So what I'm going to do is as you saw when I played through the riff, I'm going to play it, show you how to play it like it was done in the recording, which is a great picking exercise, and then I'll show you how to do the kind of modified version if you're a little bit kind of time challenged or age challenged, as some of us are. So what we're doing in the recording is we're holding 11th fret the G string and 11th fret the D string here. I use the 3rd and 2nd fingers for that respectively. And the little picking pattern we're going to do here, so it's like 8 notes. So if I break it into 2 groups of 4, you're going to be doing the high E string, and this is the way Paul Gilbert picks it, with an upstroke. Then I'm going to play downstroke on the 11th fret the D string. Then I'm going to do up on the B then E string. Yeah, and that might seem a bit weird if you're used to doing all downstrokes, but Paul Gilbert, if you know, he started off playing kind of upstrokes on his guitar when he first started learning on one string. So he's quite comfortable with that upstroke, and I'm quite comfortable with upstrokes as well. But this riff is really tricky for me, and I'll talk about why in a second. But that's a little group of 4. Up, down, up. And that's 1 Eander. Yeah, I think the tempo of this is about 98 BPM. So the challenge there is that big outside pick jump from the high E string to that low D string. That's tricky at tempo to kind of get the targeting in. Once we've done those group of 4, then I'm going to do another group of 4, which is G string, high E string, D string, B string, and that down up. So it's like a little kind of just a string skip. Now, when we're playing all this, we've got a little bit of a pan mute on it, so you've just to kind of control a little bit. I'm kind of resting the heel just close to kind of the bridge there. So those 8 notes you've got. Yeah. Now the challenge with this is playing that at tempo and consistently. It's kind of like one of Frusciante's riffs as well, where it's just as bad as a 16th, nice even 16ths, but it's just constant 16ths. There is no breathing space. So the tendency here is to tense up really quickly, particularly if you're pushing your technique, which this really does for me. And the reason why it pushes it for me is because I hold my pick in a particular way. Troy Grady will say if it was front slanting, back slanting, I can't remember. But if you hold your pick in a more traditional way, like this angle, you might find this is a bit easier because of just the leverage you've got there with the movement of the wrist when you're playing this. Because I hold my pick like this, I have to jump about a lot more, which of course takes time and affects accuracy. So when I was getting this up to speed, and I'm not 100% comfortable with it for long periods of time, I had to kind of move about. So the thing you want to do here is one, breathe, relax, and also build this up to speed. Obviously, you can come over to Patreon and get the sound slice for this. So you should be able to loop this, start a nice tempo, speed train it, and bump it up, 10% every 4 repeats or whatever. But that consistent, getting that nice and kind of rolling along is really tricky. And of course, when Paul Gilbert was playing this live, it's up to, it's right up to his picking level. And of course, he is a god of picking. So what he did was he modified it a little bit. In the modified version, what we're doing is I'm going to play with a pull off here. I'm going to play open E string as we did before, same note, with an upstroke. Now I'm going to do 2-0 pull off in the B string, and then open E string, upstroke again. So that takes away that big nasty kind of string jump that you have with the kind of original way of playing the riff. Then what I'm going to be doing, so I don't have to jump up here, is I'm going to play 7 in the B string. I use my third finger with a downstroke. So this is the group before that was. Now the notes are going to be 7 in the B, open E string, upstroke, and then 6 in the G string, downstroke, open B string, upstroke. Yeah. I know which way I prefer. It's definitely that one. That allows you it gives you a little bit more time, and you can weirdly relax into it a bit more. What I find with the original way, I'd have to sit and work on that and work on my relaxation when I'm playing it, because the tension will slow you down and seize you up. You want to be really, really relaxed. And I want your pick movement as well to be as economical as it can be. Mine is not economical at all when I'm doing that, so it's bouncing all over the place. So that's it, guys. That's the riff to take cover. It's an awesome picking exercise, a great song as well, and Hey Man's a great album. I want to say a big huge thank you to Nathan for requesting this. I had a couple other patrons request it as well, and I'd been meaning to do it for a while, but it is kind of daunting trying to think about the picking, so it's good to kind of get that done. So big thanks to Nathan for that, and hopefully that will help you, Nathan. If you want access to the sound slice, as I was saying, or the tab for this, come on over to Patreon. You get the guitar profile for it as well, so you can loop it and speed it up and work on it. Use as a little kind of picking exercise. And if you get comfortable playing this, then a lot of kind of those cross-picky type things, like too many notes and glass prison, all these kind of real tricky kind of string crossing things, you get a little bit easier because you've done the work before type thing. If you like what you see, of course, you can check out the channel. There's a lot more Master That Riff videos on there, and we've got a lot more kind of riffs from Mr. Big and Paul Gilbert stuff on there too. So come over to the channel or check the playlist at the end. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Have fun with that. I'll see you next time.